Hey everyone, we're going to do SAT practice inequalities, and we're starting with the mediums part 1. Basically what you should do is try to answer this. Like pause the video and try to do it, and then if you don't understand it, you can play what I do on it and just skip through. I think there's 5 problems here that we're going to do. So these are not too bad. It just says, what is the least possible integer value? Remember, integers are whole numbers, positive and negative with the 0. So we can't have any fractions here. So we have 40%. Remember, we can write 40% as 0.4. Or some integer, let's let it be x, is greater than 9.6. And you're going to use your calculator, or you can write this as 4/10 and simplify that way. But we get x is greater than 24. So the question specifically says greater than, not equal to. So it says x is greater than 24, and if you look at the answer choices, we can't use this one. It has to be greater than 24. So our answer is 25. So that one, to me, that one was really easy. Anyway, here's another one. It's a lengthy word problem. I think I even took some stuff out of it. But they're talking about the body mass index, and a high BMI can be an indicator of high body fat. So according to the AHA, an adult is underweight if their BMI is less than 18.5, or overweight if it's greater than 25. So which of the following number lines could be used to model a healthy BMI range? So in this case, an underweight person is is less than 18.5, and for the other, it can be greater than. It's overweight if it's greater than, it says, or equal to 25.5. So I might have wrote this wrong. Greater than or equal to. So this should be or equal to. And so basically you just have to pick the graph, which is could be a healthy range. So it can equal 18.5, but it has to be greater than or equal to 25.5. So we're going to do a solid line, solid dot at 25. So basically we're looking for, we need the, we don't want to do, we want healthy, so we don't want to do B, and definitely not D. We want the range that's in between here. So the answer is A. So it can equal 18.5, but it can't equal 25.5. So it's in this range right in here. I'm sorry I wrote this down wrong. All right. So that one wasn't hard either, really. The next one is kind of like a solving problem. So basically, it's just about how you're going to solve this. The first thing we want to do is kind of simplify the numerator here. And you get 8k plus 2 over 3 is greater than or equal to 11k minus 3 over 2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply, or you could do the common denominator. I'm just going to cross multiply, and you get 2 times 8k plus 2 is greater than or equal to 3 times 11k minus 3. So we get 16k plus 4 is greater than or equal to 33k minus 9. Therefore, we get, if you subtract and all that good stuff, get negative 17k is greater than or equal to negative 13. We're going to divide both sides by negative 17. So basically you get k here, and this is going to be 13 over 17. And remember, when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. So it's going to be less than or equal to 13 over 17. All right, and the next one, another lengthy word problem. So there's so many on the new SAT. So what we're going to do is first assign variables. We're going to let n represent the non-calculator. So n equals non-calculator. And I'll give you time. You need to pause and read this. And we're going to let c equal the calculator. So pause and read it, and then you can come back to the work. So basically it says, first of all, she says she wants, we need to write an inequality to describe the number of tests. So the non-calculator plus the calculator is at least 8. So that means 8 or more. So it's at least 8. Non-calculator plus calculator is at least 8. So that eliminates those two. And now we just have to figure out the second equation. She wants to spend 3 hours on the non-calculator and 4 hours on the calculator. And now we have to determine, are we going to use the 6 hours per week and multiply that by 5, or just do 6? So since we're looking for the full time, we're going to multiply 6 times 5. So that's going to be, she doesn't want to spend more than 6 hours, so it's less than or equal to 5 times 6. So it's a total of 30 hours, basically. So our answer is B. And the last equation, basically, they give you this, they give you the graph. And they shade it and everything, but it's kind of confusing how they shaded it. So I didn't want to shade it. And, of course, I can't graph very good on this here. So I got too many lines going on right here. So I tried to graph it as best as I could, but it's hard to make my lines straight on this. So the first one is y equals x, or y is greater than x. So that's just this line in here. Now it says y is greater than x. So since it's greater, that means we're going to shade up. So you shade up right here. I'm going to try to do this light so it doesn't get too messy. All right? And then I took the liberty and rewrote this equation and graphed it for you. Again, they graphed it, but it says y is less than that. Well, this is the second equation right here. This one right here. So I'll go ahead and draw it in purple. That's your second one. It says less than. So you just put your pen somewhere on it. You're going to graph down. It says less than. So just draw down. So it says, which part of the graph could represent all solutions to the system? Well, that would be D. So D is your answer. Okay? The next set we're going to do is the same. We're going to do medium, and it's just going to be part 2 medium. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.